You know who tried to warn us? Martha Stewart.
Really?
Martha Stewart. I pulled this clip from my show. She was on some random game show and they asked her like who would she want to cook with or whatever. And the guy was like Ryan Reynolds. And she was like, I know everybody thinks he's funny, but he lives in my building and he's really not. And she heavily implied that he was like not a nice guy. And she just said it in the most Martha Stewart boss way. And everyone's looking at that now being like, Martha Stewart knew that Ryan Reynolds was insane and actually like a mean person.
A rumor is growing fast that Robert Downey Jr. is having trouble on the set of his new Avengers film with Ryan Reynolds.
Jr. demanded reshoot. Behind the scenes issues with the actors are due to a clash of egos. Jeff Snyder claims that the production on Avengers Doomsday faced major setbacks involving Robert Downey Jr.
This has been a labor of love getting this made.
Yeah, it's been the best and worst relationship I've ever been in. It's 11 years. 11 years I've been trying to get this movie made.
Marvel said we'll shoot your scenes separately, or we'll figure it out in some other way.
When the spotlight hit Marvel's Avengers Doomsday, fans expected magic. But behind the curtain, a very different story was unfolding. Whispers began to spread that Ryan Reynolds had a heated blow-up with Robert Downey Jr. during filming. For many fans, the idea that Deadpool and Iron Man couldn't stand each other off-screen was already shocking. But when Candace Owens addressed the rumors, she didn't sugarcoat it. She went in on Reynolds with a takedown that stripped away the charming facade and exposed the arrogance beneath.
Does no one remember the Family Guy episode from 2011? Peter becomes uncomfortable with Ryan Reynolds' flirty behavior, strongly hinting at Ryan being gay.
Oh, Peter, Moroccan food is the jizz. Hey, do these pants look all right? Sometimes I put them on and I'm thinking I look all balls.
No, I think you're good.
You think my balls are good? You're so weird. It's awesome, though. Here.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Come on, you'll love it. Just a taste. That was intense, what you just did.
Whoops.
Whoa, freeze frame. What's gonna happen next? Peter, I'm not gay. What the hell's the matter with you? Look. Let me put it to you this way. I'm attracted to you in the way that a man is attracted to a woman. But I'm not gay.
I don't know why Family Guy knows so much and why The Simpsons knows so much, but yeah, it's weird.
Please tell me Mr. Ramos is not replacing me as Dr. Doom via Parker Robbins. Is there something you're not telling me? Anyway, I don't want to step on your...
From the outset, Candace made her stance crystal clear. Robert Downey Jr. is the foundation of Marvel. He isn't just another actor. He is the man who carried the MCU for more than a decade. He built the franchise from the ground up, sacrificing and clawing his way back into relevance after personal collapse. Without him, there is no Marvel Empire. So when Candace heard that Reynolds had freaked out on Downey during production, she called it exactly what it was: arrogance and insecurity. Owens roasted Reynolds for his behavior, saying he had no right to walk onto a set stacked with legends and act like the star. "You don't explode on Robert Downey Jr.," she said. "That's the man who gave this studio its foundation." Her words cut deep because they reflected what many fans were thinking. Downey wasn't just a co-star, he was a symbol of professionalism and redemption. Reynolds turning on him wasn't just a bad moment, it was a glimpse into the deeper problem. Ryan Reynolds doesn't know how to respect greatness. She broke down how the drama reportedly unfolded. The studio was already stressed, the stakes were sky high, and the budget astronomical. Marvel had bet billions on Doomsday working. Downey was back in the armor. Hugh Jackman had returned as Wolverine, and the film was supposed to revive excitement. But instead of harmony, there was chaos. Candace explained how Reynolds allegedly lost his temper with Downey over creative disagreements, and that moment turned the set toxic. "It's not a joke," she said. "It's not sarcasm. It's a meltdown." And it proves Reynolds can't handle the pressure. Candace compared the situation to politics and media culture, where self-promotion is often valued over substance. She argued that Reynolds represents that shallow obsession with attention, while Downey represents substance and discipline. Downey fought his way back with discipline. Reynolds coasts on memes and internet humor. The second he's tested, he breaks. That was her central point. Reynolds isn't built for the weight of something as massive as Avengers Doomsday. Her roasting got sharper as she imagined how the moment must have felt to everyone on set. Downey, calm and collected, standing tall. Reynolds, red-faced, losing control in front of the crew. Owens mocked Reynolds' inability to keep composure, pointing out that leadership isn't about making jokes when things are easy, it's about showing respect when things get hard. Reynolds showed his true colors, she said, and those colors weren't leadership, they were insecurity. The narrative only grew worse once Hugh Jackman entered the picture. His return should have been a triumphant moment. Instead, it added pressure, and Reynolds crumbled further. Candace said Jackman's professionalism only highlighted Reynolds' immaturity. Jackman came out of retirement to give fans one more Wolverine. Downey gave his heart to protect Iron Man. And Reynolds, he gave drama, headlines, and a freak out. Owens also called out Reynolds' habit of fueling rumors online, his cryptic late-night posts, his trolling humor, his constant need to stir speculation. It wasn't clever anymore, it was desperate. He thinks he can meme his way out of everything, she said, but you can't meme your way out of disrespecting Robert Downey Jr. In her eyes, Reynolds was addicted to chaos, weaponizing controversy for attention at the cost of Marvel's stability. Candace tied this into the larger stakes. Marvel's reputation. Fans were already skeptical after years of shaky projects. Doomsday was supposed to prove the MCU still had life left. Instead, the conversation shifted from excitement to gossip about feuds. Owens argued that Reynolds had effectively hijacked the film's legacy. People should be talking about the story, the heroes, the spectacle. Instead, they're talking about Ryan Reynolds losing it on set. That's not Marvel magic. That's Marvel chaos. Her roasting cut deeper when she compared Reynolds to other egotistical celebrities who sabotage their own projects. She pointed to the infamous Vin Diesel and The Rock feud, where entire productions had to be restructured just to keep them apart. Do you want Marvel to be the next Fast and Furious mess? She asked. Because that's what Reynolds is dragging it into. She warned that if Marvel really did separate Downey and Reynolds in filming, it wouldn't just be costly. It would destroy the very promise of the Avengers brand, unity. Candace emphasized that Downey didn't deserve this treatment. He's the elder statesman of Marvel, the man who carried the MCU into greatness. Freaking out on him wasn't just a lapse in judgment, it was spitting in the face of everything that made Marvel possible. You don't scream at the architect of the house you live in, she said. That's not rebellion, that's stupidity. She also mocked the ripple effects Reynolds created. Every cast member, every crew member now had to walk on eggshells. The atmosphere wasn't about collaboration anymore. It was about managing one man's volatility. Owens said it poisoned the environment and shifted the energy. When a set stops being about art and becomes about ego, everyone loses. Owens also dismantled Reynolds' attempt to control the narrative. Every time headlines broke, Reynolds tried to wink at fans with sly jokes online, but in her eyes, it only made him look guilty. The louder he jokes, the more desperate he looks, she said. If you had nothing to hide, you wouldn't be trying so hard to distract. For her, Reynolds' constant need to spin the story revealed exactly how damaging the freakout had been. By the end, Candace made it clear who she held responsible. If Avengers Doomsday falters, it won't be because of Downey or Jackman. It won't be because of Marvel's writers or directors. It will be because Ryan Reynolds put himself above the project. His outburst at Downey symbolized everything wrong with Hollywood's obsession with attention over respect. This movie is supposed to be about heroes, she said, but Reynolds showed he can't even play the part of a teammate. Her final warning was sharp. If Marvel collapses under the weight of egos, fans will remember one moment. The day Ryan Reynolds freaked out on Robert Downey Jr. and Candace Owens made sure everyone knew exactly who to blame.